Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Joyful Finding Show. I'm glad you guys can join me today. I know a lot of us are sitting in our homes probably wondering what we should be doing. Well, we should be doing stuff around our homes right now, right? So I am so happy that you guys can join me today. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you guys drop them in the little chat box over on the side, and I will get to them. And I know we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So hello out there, everybody. Thank you for popping in and joining in with the energy and coming in with the love vibration, because I'm getting the message of love. Even everything that we're going through as a human collective, we also need to raise that love collective feeling, right? Because I can feel that when I do that. Can you guys feel that? It's giving me goosebumps. So we are coming together today on this show about love, okay? Because we are supposed to open up our hearts and expand more in love. We are supposed to get rid of more of our prejudices that we may be still holding on to. We are supposed to stand in our truth and start seeing the bigger picture. Yeah, everything around you may be collapsing, but you're not. You're not collapsing. You are just growing, right? This is springtime, right? Happy spring. That happened since my last show. So happy spring, everybody. So I'm going to tell you what I did the first day of spring. And, you know, I'm in home isolation. I'm hanging out with my family at home. And so on the first day of spring, I got outside and I got my hands in the dirt. I was picking all the weeds in my little front flower bed and rearranging things and making things cute and clean. But it felt really, really good for me to get my hands in dirt, my fingernails dirty, like they were dirty. And they hadn't been that dirty since fall, at least, you know, so it felt really good to get my hands in Mother Earth and really connect in with her. And that's going to help you ground, right? Because we need to ground at this time. Each one of you are an amazing, amazing light worker, and you're all in position exactly where you need to be. And if that's at home, even better. And if you're out working, thank you for taking care of whatever you need to take care of. You must be essential business to be out there right now. That's why I'm so lucky I can come to you from home. I can be in the living room. I could be on my lanai. I could be wherever I need to be to bring you this show. And you guys are probably at home or maybe listening in your car, wherever you might be at this particular moment. So thank you. Each one of us are connecting in. This is really good because each time we connect in or have a thought of someone, we're sending light to that person. They kind of showed me this the other day, and I'm going to use my friend Barbara. I don't know if she's actually popped on yet, but she may. I saw her as this pin of light, and she's living out in California now, and she was one of my regular clients. Oops, sorry about that. The birds are talking. And which is funny. I don't know who that is, but it doesn't matter. So I saw her as this pillar of light, right? So this pillar of light, and I was connecting in with that pillar of light. So there was like this connection going on. So I connect in with each and every one of you, even if you just come up as a thought, you show up here. I feel like we're like setting up this new grid that needs to happen. As everything's falling and collapsing around us, we're building this up. So you guys are very important in the building up, right? Because the collective is very important. The collective has brought this upon us. The collective is also going to fix this, right? It's like I said last week. How many times have you said, oh, I wish I had a month off so I could just do stuff around the house. I could get things done that I want to get done. I could clean that room. I could do that. And right now you can get all those things done at home, right? And you can do as much creative things as you want while you're sitting at home. Get out your pad of paper and start writing. Yesterday I painted. I haven't painted in a while. And it's so funny because I'll start paintings, but I never finish them ever. I'll start, I think I finished one and I never finished the rest. I don't know what that's all about. I think it's just to get my mind in that mode or whatever. And maybe I'll share that with you guys by the end of the day. I don't know. But, you know, it's like, get out your little creative caps. What is it, right? And, you know, since the beginning of 2020, I said, this is going to bring clear vision, right? And most of you are getting clear vision. You guys are starting to see the bigger picture. And my guides, your guides, everybody's guides, angels, all of them, they're very happy about what's going on right now. They're happy about all the advancements that you're making and all the power that you're standing in and all the change that you're creating, right? Because I also told you guys are master creators this year. It's about creating your reality, right? Okay, so right now you're at home in your bubble, in your reality. What are you creating there? it's time for you to create there, right? So get out your little pad of paper and start creating. These are things I would like to have in my life. Step away from fear. Know you're safe in your home, right? Because that's your safety zone. That should be everybody's safety zone, right? And if it's not, something needs to change about that. But for now, let's put it as your safety zone, right? This is your safety zone. This is where you're supposed to be able to be free, to create, to be exactly who you are. And one of the things I threw out there, one of the memes I threw out there, one of the Facebook this week is one of the least used household items during this virus is the bra. And I was like, I have to put a bra on for this show. So you guys know I have put myself together for you guys today. You know what I mean? So it's like, be relaxed at home, chill out, do what you need to do. A lot of people are working in their pajamas. Haven't you always wanted to work in your pajamas if you're working from home? So these are a lot of things that you should be feeling and looking at and trying to explore through. Rather than anything that's out there fear-based, trying to still control and manipulate you. You're very powerful beings. Getting out in the sun, grounding in the sun is very good for you. Vitamin D is very good for you. We are light beings, so we need the sun. So make sure you get in the sun. That's probably why I couldn't live up north in the wintertime, because it would be too gray and too cloudy for too many months for me to be a happy person. So I live in Florida where the sun shines most of the time. Let's see. Hello, Kavita. Hi. Do you get a sense of when Mr. Wonderful will show up and any info about him? I'm using this time to create artwork, and I'm hoping to do more shows later on this year. Awesome. Awesome, Kavita. You will be doing more shows later in the year when the world gets back up and running. Right now, the whole world is on reset. We're all on reset. That's what they keep telling me. So I'm going to use that word, reset. And Mr. Wonderful, they want you to get out your little pad of paper and write down all the qualities about Mr. Wonderful right now. What you envision that person is in your mind, what you're doing, things like that. They're want you to write a list of all the qualities that you're looking to pull into your life. And I can feel that once we make it through all of this, right, because this is just a bump in the road a little bit, and then we'll be flying high again, and things are going to start to pick up, and love will start to pick up and take off where it needs to. So Kavita, not very long. Okay, I know it feels like it's going to be forever, but it really just won't. It will be soon. Let's see what we have here. Amanda, welcome back, Amanda. It's been a little while. I'm working remotely day 2 and have my blinds open because I need sunlight. But since I am at home, I get to join this. I've missed your face. I've missed you too. I've noticed you haven't been here, and I saw you popped on. I'm like, yay. And actually, I think I know every single one of you that are on Crowdcast that I can see on here today. So thank you, my loves, for being here and being a part of this. This is awesome. Oh, and hello from Jules and Belinda on YouTube. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here on YouTube. I appreciate you guys. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them in the box. Tiffany will make sure she gets them over to me so that I can answer them. So, and yay for getting sunlight, and yay for working at home, and yay for being able to tap into my show. Yeah, the views should be up because we're all home, right? We're all looking for something to do. And what do? We get on the internet and we start looking at stuff, and we start, it sends us down these rabbit holes. Sometimes I get stuck in it, and then I'm like, the boyfriend's like, where are you? What are you doing? And I'm like, oh, this led me to this, and this led me to this. And I feel like there's a lot of that going on too. So we're like, but I feel like that's all good. It's all helping us find what our truth is. That's awesome. Hi, Linnell on Facebook. Glad you could join us today. I'm glad you could all join us today because you guys are all beings of light, and it's very important that you guys all stay high in that vibration. So keep your thoughts positive, because it's very important that we keep our vibration high right now, right? I talk about this all the time. What are you doing to keep your vibration high? Are you doing the things that you love? Are you still doing things you don't love? Those are things that you got to kind of tap into with this. So to keep your vibration high, what are you doing? Stay in that love vibration, right? Because this is about love and about that heart center. So understanding what that means for you too, because I feel like there's a lot of people doing that deep dive right now. They're going within, they're going inside and asking themselves for the answers. So woo, that's awesome. And you can tell there's lots of validation with all my wind chimes doing their little magic over there today. Again, changing up the energy. So how are you guys handling the isolation, staying at home, working from home? What do you have going on? What are you planning in your life? Are you still letting go of stuff? Because this is a great time for that spring cleaning, right? I keep saying that, and I keep resting every day. Since I talked to you guys last week, I've done the basic cleaning, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but not the tear apart part that I wanted to do, but, all in due time. My human self thinks I should be, doing that, but my spiritual self is like, no, take this time to rest a little, chill a little. It's okay. It's okay. So it's way okay. So let's see. I want to say hi to everyone that I can see. Kavita, Lola. Are you my Lola? I haven't seen you in forever. Marsha. Hi, Marsha. Kathy. Hi, Kathy. And Amanda. And that's awesome. I can see that over there. So I want to say hi to all of you. That's fantastic. I'm so glad that you guys are here because we're all connecting in and spreading this love vibration from here, there, and everywhere. So this is amazing. I'm happy that you guys are doing that with us. So again, if there's any questions, you make sure you drop them over there. I know there was more information they wanted me to share with you today. Oh yeah, it was about discernment. There was a lot of things going on that I think about before my show even starts. And I'm like, yeah, that's really good. And that lit me up and I should tell them that. But maybe it was more for me in that particular moment. But there's also about discernment, about what you're learning and things like that. They really want you to feel it on the inside. What is your soul self telling you? Okay. What is your soul self? They really want you to tap into that soul self. And that's very important at this moment because we are changing on a spiritual level. They want me to go back to that. So the collective level. So, right, we're changing everything collective, right? How many light workers are awake now? Oh, so many more. And how many more are awakening? So many more. This is why this is also called the Great Awakening, right? Everyone's starting to awaken a little bit more, understand the bigger picture, understand where they've gone through, what they've been lied to about. And this goes even into our personal lives. So this isn't just what's going on all the way out there, but you're starting to recognize it all now. So I am so proud. They're so proud. They're like having a little party for y'all. So it's like you now are standing in your power and truth. We, the collective, right? We, the people, right? We are the collective. And we all have to start vibrating in that love vibration, okay? People out there are still trying to divide us, and we need to come together in love. So whatever differences we have on the outside, it's now about us standing in that love vibration. So the more we can create that love vibration, the more that we can spread that love vibration, the more that love wins, okay? And that's really essentially what we want to happen, right? Love God wins, love wins, everything. So it's like we are bringing that together as the collective. The more that we awaken, the more that light comes higher and higher and that vibration comes up, right? Remember, we've been talking about the last year. Anything that's been hidden underneath the ground, anything that's been hidden in the darkness, anything that's been hidden is coming to light. And I feel like there's a lot of that going on right now. There's a lot of that stuff we've been talking about for the last year that's really starting to come to light right now. So it's like, woo! It's all good. It's all good. We got this. We've trained our whole lives for this. We are the calm in the storm. Remember, we've been talking about that. I feel calm. I feel great at home. I feel like this is like the little mini vacation that I needed. And I hope you guys are having that same feeling too. Belinda, let's see. Could do more when the rain stops. So reading time and love reading. Yes. So it's raining wherever you are. Rain is probably good. You probably need some rain. Rain is good in the springtime because, again, that's going to nurture the ground so that we can bring all that up. Right? So throat chakra clearing. There's lots of people out there speaking their truth now. I'm loving this. I've seen it. I've witnessed it of my own very eyes with people that I've known all my life, and they're changing their stories now to be, or they're reaching out to me and going, hey, do you remember when you told me da-da-da? Can you tell me more about that? Sure, I'd love to tell you more about that. And then here's a direction to lead you on your way to getting some of your own information. So we're sharing everything that we've been learning in this lifetime with everybody now. And that's why you'll see a lot more people are starting to do Facebook Lives. They're starting to bring out their information now. They feel like now is the right time. You're going to see a flood of new people on YouTube and all that stuff bringing forth these messages. So this is phenomenal. This shows more people are stepping up. They're not hiding behind anything anymore. We're done hiding. We're done being led. We are all standing in the love vibration. So I'm excited. Okay, Belinda, do you see me living in a new town and state? Do you want to live in a new town and state? Let me tap into that for you. And I'm getting that you do. that you do want to live in a different town and state. Here's the thing. I feel like you have this map out in front of you. And you just need to like feel it out. I feel like there's a feeling that needs to go along with it. So I guess I'm putting this back on you. But they're like, feel all over the map, just like, woo, and the energy will stop you exactly where you need to be. And you'll be like, oh, I never thought of that. Or, because it's just like when I came to Florida the first time in 1994, I'd never been here. I mean, I had been, but I was very young, with my parents. But when I was in my early 20s and I came here and I was like, I could live here, So sometimes it just takes going into that space and going, oh, this feels right. You know what I mean? And I knew nothing about it. And now, all these years later, here I am. So they want you to feel it. They want you to really feel it. That's why I'm saying, sometimes when people have a yes or no question, I'll say, hey, put 2 pieces of paper up, mix them up that you can't see where they are and they're upside down. Put them down out of the way, put them on black paper or whatever so you can't see through it, and feel them, feel it. They want you to start feeling the energy of what is right for you. I hope this makes sense to y'all because they're all into feeling today, feeling love, and feeling that love for yourself, right? So if you're still looking in the mirror and you're telling yourself, oh, I need to change that, or there's too many wrinkles there or whatever, you need to let all that go. None of that matters. That's just that human part of you. They want you to feel the love from the inside out. And once that pours out of you, you start to look younger. Those wrinkles that started to bother you are not bothering you anymore. So it's like we need to change the way that we think. They're all really on the way that we need to change the way that we're thinking. Okay. It's very important to stay positive in this time and in this space because we are creating out of that, right? We are creating out of that. Woo-hoo. Linda Long. Hi, Melissa from Facebook. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you on here too. Belinda says, I love the chimes. And thank you. You're welcome, dear. You're welcome. Hi, Laura. You guys are all popping in today. Thank you guys for joining me and connecting in with the energy, the love vibration. This is a love vibration show is what I'm calling it today. We will take anything but love vibration in the group today. So you guys are all sending that out there. You guys are all a part of this. Bing, 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 bing. See it as like a little pinball machine. Some of you are close. Some of you may be far away. Bing, bing, bing. But then you guys are sending it out to all the people too. Bing, bing, bing. So there's a lot of that going on right now. So I don't know what all that means, but there's a lot of binging going on. Sometimes they crack me up too. I can't even handle it. You guys are too funny. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you guys. And it's about that love vibration, right? And we as a collective, as we raise that love vibration, we're going to keep raising it higher and higher, right? So that of lower energy, right? That of not the love vibration is asking lower and lower and lowering. Ooh, okay. Amanda, asking with permission for my brother, Ryan, do you see his move back to Florida now, this weekend, after all the virus stuff, or next year? He's on the fence on coming now or staying in Texas for another year. Does he already have a place to live? I would say now, while everything's in flux. Everything's in flux. So yeah, I would say just come now. I feel like he'll be fine. I feel like he's not happy in Texas. I can feel the unhappiness in Texas. So if it's already been set in plan, it's already in motion. So I feel like he's supposed to follow that motion. So welcome back to Florida, Ryan. No, that'll be helpful for you too, Amanda. So I think it'll be all right. I feel like it'll be all right. Give me a thumbs up if you got that. Give this a go. What you got, Linnell? Are you making fun of me? So yeah, I love you guys. The energy is really high. Facebook froze. All right, send energy to Facebook so that it stays on for us. Sometimes there's a lot of energy and that kind of messes things up too. And here's the thing that I've noticed with electronics. So I'm going to tell you this strange thing that actually happened to me yesterday. So I was cleaning around the house. I had my cell phone in my back pocket and it was on silent. Okay. And here I am. I was looking for the art supplies in my little closet and I hear my phone ringing and it sounded like it was ringing like outside on the lanai. And I'm like, oh, it'll have to wait. It'll have to wait. I'm busy getting my supplies. And then all of a sudden my phone started to vibrate in my back pocket. And I'm going, well, that was kind of strange. Okay. So I was hearing my phone before it actually went off, but it was still on silent. So somehow these connections are all improving. I hope that makes sense to y'all, but I felt that was important to share. So we're starting to be more connected. It's very connected. I love this. Okay. So hello, Amy. Goldylocks is in. Hello, Amy. And no worries. I can't. Okay. I'm glad you came over here. Yay. Brian and my vibe gets a bit much when we are together. Yeah, it can kind of fritz things out sometimes, right? When you have too much energy, it could shut your phone off or it could turn a light on. The energy does some amazing stuff. One of the things my phone's been doing lately is I'll be typing and then it starts doing all kinds of weird stuff by itself. And I'm like watching it and I'm like, all right, I'm taking control back of my phone. I have to tell them I'm taking control back of my phone because they've saved pictures. They've done weird things. I'm like, you guys are not allowed to have no consent on my phone. So there's a lot of energy stuff going on that we all need to be aware of right now, right? So how is that making you guys feel? How are you guys feeling at home? Woo! How are you guys feeling at home? How are you guys feeling out there in the world when you have to go out there? I know when I did go out last, there wasn't as much traffic as there was. So I noticed that people are trying to stay home, trying to do their part in, changing all of this, because that we all have to do our part, right? We all have to be responsible for our part in this. So woohoo, I love that. We're all taking responsibility and doing exactly what we need to do. And it feels right? Because as long as it feels right, we know we're doing the right thing. It's being validated for us when it feels right. So that heart center, that soul center, really tapping in and really using that to really tap into your higher self, because really your soul self is your higher self, but you need all those all those connections. So if anyone's feeling any of their chakras being blocked out there, they're sending a fast wipe through so that you can release any of those blockages that you might have, so that you can just move forward, right? Again, they want to talk about spring again. And I think I brought that painting inside because it was about spring. I actually drew this plant, right? And then I painted it. So I drew this plant coming up and it went straight to the sky. It came straight out of the ground and went straight to the sky. So it's like, woo, it's like straight up. It's like straight up. So that's how our energy is really starting to grow now. I feel like the more that we're grounded, right? And we had leaves on the sides, but we are starting to grow so much straighter. And I can feel this in my heart as I'm talking to you all. So this is going to help expand you. We are grounded to Mother Earth, but we are connected to our higher selves, and we are creating love in between, right? We're like that I don't even know how to describe what I'm seeing right now, but feel that feeling, feel that sensation of you grounding that love, that light into your ground where you are, and just being this, they're showing me like a filter, you know what I mean? And feel it running through you, you know what I mean? Because I feel like that's going to help flush out a lot of those chakras. And I feel like that's really opening up a lot of people's heart chakras. And let go of that past crap, because I'm feeling it in my right side. So for me, that would be past stuff. Let go of all those past hurts and stuff. They're not doing you justice right now. It's only hindering you. So we're releasing that and just throw it away. Oh, see, that feels much better now. Linnell says, woo, my fire was in sync with the new moon. Chant Brian did. It was really cool. Oh my gosh, yes. So this new moon, right? Let's talk about this new moon. So this new moon is in Aries, and I'm in Aries. My birthday will be next week, but I know that with this being spring, right? And now this is time for us to forge ahead, because what do Aries do? They get a thought in their head and they run with it, right? So now it's like we are running with this. We are running with our thoughts. So anything that you've been creating, right? And I hope you guys have been creating. We've been talking about this for a while now. So I hope you guys have been creating that joy in your life so that we can propel this forward, because that's more of what we're creating now. You guys are creating in that bubble, and everything that you're creating, you're pulling forward. And the more that you create joy, the more that joy gets created around you. So this is another way that we are changing the earth. And I don't know what it is about this show and changing up the energy, but they make me burp every time. And I hate to bring this up every time, but it happens every time. So when we talk about getting rid of stuff, sometimes that's where the energy needs to be purged from. And this is stuff you're holding down within your body. And it's funny, I made everyone burp last week. So if you guys start burping out there, raise your hand. Because you guys need to release that energy that's locked up in there. As we release the energy in the chakras, right? Sometimes there could be an air bubble. We have to release that. We have to release that. Just like when Mother Earth does an earthquake, right? She has to release that pressure she's feeling right there. So release that. Amanda, thank you for the early birthday. I appreciate that. So it's like there's all this change taking place right now, and we are part of that change. You are part of this change. We are part of this change. We are responsible for what happens next. We as the collective raise that vibration, raise that love vibration. It's so important right now. So, so, so important. And I'm so excited that you guys are here. You guys can tell, right? Because I'm like glowing right now. And it's starting to get a little warm here. It's 78 in Florida right now. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful spring day. So I hope you guys are out there replanting plants. Even if you're up north, replant a plant, to get your hands in Mother Nature if you can't yet, if it's snowing wherever you are, whatever it might be doing. Just have fun with it. Have fun with it. I'm trying to have fun with the kids and be creative with them as we're going through all these adjustments. Homeschooling is going to be, something to talk about next week after we start doing it here. My time is going to be split up doing a lot of different things than they were before. So our routines are changing. Everything's kind of changing. And if you don't have kids, your routine won't change that much. Just spend more time on doing what you need to do. And if you're a family unit, you're doing more things as a family unit than you were probably more individually before. So this is bringing a lot of change. It's bringing a lot of uncomfort to some people, but it's really should not feel uncomfortable. This should feel comfortable. You're at home, right? You should be kicked back, chilling out, doing whatever you need to do. Linnell says, yes, burping, and then M Parks comes to mind. Now love it. So you think about me every time you burp. Right on. Burping is now taking place. It is, you know what I mean? That's so funny because it's that release now. And it's funny how I could pop up in people's minds over some of the things that I say. So that's very cute. But it's true. And it's helping you in that particular moment. It's just like I talked to a client today. I was like, if you're feeling just a little, you need some kind of validation or something. I was like, tap into me just energetically. You don't have to make an appointment sometimes. Sometimes you just have to tap into me energetically. If we've already made that connection, I don't mind you talking to my higher self if you need information. And I feel like sometimes that's my higher self going, hey, there you go. Remember what Melissa said. So I feel like there's that two-way information, right? Because we're starting to talk more telepathically now. So we don't really have to talk, this stuff that I'm doing right now. We could just sit here and I could go, all right, what am I thinking? I might try that in a minute and see what you guys come up with. Do like a little pop quiz. What am I thinking? Because you guys are getting so good at this. You just have to start trusting yourself, okay? You just have to trust yourselves. Maybe I'll do that. While I'm taking a drink, you guys I'm going to think about something for a second. Let's see what I'll think about. All right, I'm thinking about something. Go ahead. This should be easy. Okay, time's up. Okay, no one answered. That's okay. You guys already know I'm putting that vibration out there. I was thinking about the word love. And yes, stay hydrated. It's very important. Drink your fluids. I'm a total water baby. I'm totally into the water. Which brings me up to this other thing. So I keep writing. So you know how spirit kind of leads you when you're doing automatic and writing and stuff. And I've been doing that a lot lately. Amanda, you got it. Love was right. You win. There's nothing to win today. But let me remind you of this. If you guys tap in next Wednesday, that'll be my year anniversary on my show here, The Joyful Findings with the Goldylocks Productions. And I'll be giving away a 15-minute reading next week. So you guys better tap in next week and make sure you guys put your name in there. Yes, it's been a year already. Next week, yes. April 1st, I started my show on April 3rd last year. that's when I finally stepped out of my comfort zone and started talking to you all, just, because I'm very shy, really. I don't like to talk this much. But now it's like, yeah. So next week, if you guys tap in and leave your names, I'll be giving away a 15-minute reading to one of my lucky listeners next week, which will be a lot of fun. I'm not sure how I'm going to figure that out yet, but I will. I have a week to figure it out. But I want you guys to participate. I know time flies, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Some of you have been with me the whole time. Some of you come in and out. So I appreciate all of you. Whenever you've come into my life, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I love that you guys are staying so connected. And I love that you guys are just being so yourselves. You guys are finding out who yourselves are, and you're really starting to stand in that light and really starting to stand in that power. And it's so very important that we just start doing that all the time, right? It's like sometimes, and that's another thing that came up this week. All the masks are coming off, right? Not just for us. Everybody out there is, I'm sorry, but your mask is coming off. So what you saw as truth may not be a truth that was a year ago. But everyone's masks are coming off. We're starting to really stand in our true light. And if you're not being totally true, you have to start distinguishing between true and false light, okay? Because sometimes people try to say that they're true light when they're not. And you just have to start to recognize that. And again, how do we recognize that? Right here, right? We go, oh, that had good meaning, but does it sit right with me? Does it feel right to me? Again, here we go. So they want you guys to start using your discernment on that too. This is going to help us as we move forward. Because it's very important that we all stand in this beautiful light that we're like, we are, just vibrating all over the place. We're just vibrating. The light is just humming from us. We're just shining all over the place. It's very important that we stand in that vibration today and every day. So if you're finding things are getting in your way of being in that vibration, get rid of those things. And sometimes there are people, places, and things. There are people out there that still have things to learn, and you cannot teach them. You cannot save everyone, even though we would like to save everyone. That's not our job. Save ourselves first, and then we start teaching everybody what we've learned, because everyone has to do it for themselves. So that's very important as we move forward too. So there's a lot of energy. As you can tell, they're making me talk very fast. So this energy is very important right now as we're changing and shifting. So allow that energy to flow and shift through you. And it's like, I'm like purging. I feel like I'm purging stuff from the ground up. So this is like digging up the dirt. This is like creating where we're getting ready to either you've planted those seeds or you're planting those seeds now. It's springtime, right? This is when we start to cultivate everything. This is when we start to create everything again. The sun is out more. This is time for you to create whatever it is that you need to create in your life. And you are the master creator. You are the creator. So what are you thinking? Are you thinking fear-based, or are you thinking love-based? I want you guys to think about that when you start thinking about fear now. Go, no, I want love in my life. I want love. I want love. And then the fear just starts to fall away, right? Because one of the major lessons that we've had in this lifetime is to get rid of the fear, right? And literally, I only got rid of mine in January. Seriously, I'm only 3 months into this no fear thing, so I'm still a newbie to this. But I have no fear. No fear whatsoever. I know I am doing what is in the highest best for myself and for humanity. And when we do that, when we start doing that more as a collective, we start to break down the old barriers. We start to break down those things that people are still stuck in. So this is an amazing time to be alive. It's amazing. We all asked to be here. We all said we want to do this. We signed up. We want to go to Earth. We want this mission, whatever you're calling it. What is my purpose? We are here to create that here again. We are here to hold that light, to share that love. And I know you guys feel this deep within, or you wouldn't be listening to me, right? You wouldn't be listening to me. If you didn't already know this somewhere deep down inside of you, you would not be listening to me, because this is helping to expand that. You guys are helping to expand this. It's like I said in the beginning, you guys are the little rods that I see in the ground right now. Bing, 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 bing. Our energy is just bouncing all over the place, right? And all you guys are coming more online. So that means more pins are coming online. So pretty soon, all the light workers, and I have goosebumps as I tell you this, pretty soon, all the lights will be lit up. Okay, we're going to have more lights lit up than we don't. So you guys keep standing in your power, standing in your truth, spreading that love, and doing it as we instead of I, and we will be great. So, woo, I'm excited to see what this year still brings, right? I mean, it's bringing a lot of change, and this is all change we've asked for on so many levels. We've asked for financial change. We've asked for job change. We've asked for vacations. What else have we asked for through this? We've asked for to be at home with our family. We've asked for these things. And don't forget, as a collective, we're pretty strong. And collectively, we have brought this to the surface. And now we are here to make it work for us. So this is the change we've all been waiting for. This is the change that we get to create what we want now, not what we've been told that we want. So don't listen to the outside world so much. Listen here. What do you want? What do you desire? What do you want to create? I see a lot of that happening. Creation. A lot of creations. And if you guys are into arts and crafts and writing, reading, whatever it is, break those out and start doing them. Things that I've been doing around the house. I clean a little bit, I rest a little bit. I clean a little bit, I rest a little bit. I cook, whatever I need to do, and I just have been taking my time about it. There's no rush, right? Before there was always this huge rush. We're always in a hurry. We have to get somewhere. We have some place to go. This is giving us a time to sit and reset and think about what is really important to us. Because what was important last week may not be important this week. What we find true in our heart is what is most important to us. And we're going to move forward with that. We're creating out of that. So I want you guys to see this. This is cute. They just gave me this. So see your heart coming out of your chest a little bit and see it opening up in front of you as this big projector. Okay, your heart popping out of your chest, and it's now come into this, and I'm talking your heart chakra, people, okay? So see it coming out, and it's become a beautiful heart as we see it, right? And now it's showing you in your mind's eye what your life could look like. What do you want to bring out of your heart? What do you want to bring out that is your joy? What do you want to create that is going to make you happy here on this earth? Because we were not happy the way earth was working, okay? None of us were. And some of us has to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs just to make it by. And that's just surviving. That's not even thriving. That's just surviving. And we want to get into thriving, right? So now that we are in this reset mode, we're going to set it up so that we can thrive through this, right? Because we're creating it, right? We're the master creators. So you're going to start creating this, and start with a blank piece of paper if you want to, if you can't imagine that out in front of you. But a lot of you are a lot more visual now than you used to be. So this is going to be a beautiful visualization for you, to see it pop up as a screen out in front of you and go, oh yeah, because I feel like that's going to help you put a lot of the pieces of the puzzle back together, which is so important right now because you're finding out your truth. And that means we're just going through your whole life, right? And picking out those pieces. Why did that happen? Now I know why that happened. You can understand it from a different perspective because you're 20 years out, 10 years out, whatever, from when that happened. And now you're like, oh, it makes sense. So I feel like there's a lot of that taking place right now too. There's a lot of sense being made. And this is just fantastic because this is going to help propel us forward, even though, again, I have to say it feels like the world's falling down around us. But again, everything has to collapse to be brought back up again, right? I think I talked about this even last month before all this happened. I think I talked about building a house, right? We have to clear the land, right? We have to clear the land if we're going to build a house, right? We have to clear at least where we're going to put the house. Don't clear cut it, but clear part that you want the house. And then you have to build a sturdy foundation, right? Right now we're in that process of building that sturdy foundation. So, and we're building that foundation for ourselves. These are our houses. This isn't everyone else's houses. We're each building our own individual houses. So we're building that sturdy foundation, and then we're putting up the walls, and then we're putting up the roof, and now we're decorating it so that it brings us joy and happiness. So this is kind of like where we're at right now. So if you want to look at it in any different ways, I feel like I brought this up for builders out there. Maybe there's realtors out there too. But this is helping you rebuild everything. So we're in that rebuild, restructure mode. That's why if there's things done that need to be done at home, you're cleaning out the closet. Oh, maybe you want to make that repair you've been putting off. Whatever it might be, now is the time to get those things ready so that when we do move forward, Your house is set. Everything's done at home. Everything is taken care of. You don't have to go, oh my God, I wish I could still clean that, or take that room apart, or get rid of that old furniture, or whatever it is you might be holding on to. So I feel like this is a fantastic time to be alive as we work our way through this, and we're recreating, right? And we're doing this together, and we're doing this without fear. We're doing this out of love vibrations. So that brings great joy to me and to the other side, because you guys, how long have you been waking up? All your lives? You've had your abilities. Maybe they got shut off a little bit, and then they turned back on and off all of a sudden in different circumstances or situations. And now they're just like on. And I feel like my third eye is like being you guys are really opening up your third eye today. So I think that visualization was very important to you, to be able to see that out there, because I feel like you guys are really, 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 really going to see it. I'm not going to say trying, because you guys are doing it. I feel like there's a breakthrough happening with your third eye today to help you see the pieces, to see the clarity that you need, to help you move forward as we all move forward, right? Because we're doing this together. I know I keep saying create by yourself, but we're doing this together. As we each do this individually, that means we're all doing it together, right? Because we're all creating that same space, in, well, different spaces, but in the same space, in the same earth zone that we're in right now. And that's going to help lift our vibrations. So keep doing everything that brings joy, even while we're in isolation for a little bit longer. You know, I'm like I said, I'm still enjoying it. Maybe I just need to be a homebody for a while. That'll be all right too. Amanda says, I was able to actually see it, and I can't wait for the love I'm experiencing growing the way I'm envisioning. Awesome, girl, because you create the magic. So now that you can see that, you're going to be able to create more of that. So just imagine being able to create that and so much more, right? And it's like, you know, it's like, I'm not going to share this story. But anyways, it's about what you're going to create, okay? Anyways, there's lots of things that are trying and testing us out there too. And just know that this is going to help you grow and expand. And this is going to help you see so much clearer. Because really, I feel like there's like a little windshield wiper here, and it's like cleaning all the old mud and pollen off, or what might be over on the window. Some of you have snow on it because you might be up north right now. So it's trying to melt that and get it off, and help clear that and open that for y'all. But it's like envisioning that, right? Because I feel like they're still working on that third eye. So I'm just going to hold that thought for a minute as they work on it. I almost feel like there's a drill. And I don't even know how to explain this, but why are they making me rub is someone getting married? They're making me rub that hand, and it itches, and that finger. So when are you out there getting married? Maybe more love is coming than we expect. I know there's going to be lots of babies next year. There's going to be lots of, there's going to be lots of new births. The births that come, the babies that come next year, that are being produced through this, oh my God, they're going to be so wide open and so aware of everything. Just the magic that's happening right now. So, woo. Oh, that's too funny. Popular names, Scott and Charmin. That's funny. Actually, that's funny. That makes me ask. So how are you guys doing out there with the toilet paper situation? I still don't understand why everyone is hoarding the toilet paper. Good thing we can be creative if we need to, but all right, people, give up your toilet paper and don't hoard it. No, we're almost through this. They'll just be sitting in their fort of toilet paper in their living room or whatever. But yeah, those would be two popular ones. Those are so funny. Amanda says there's already been talks, but nothing yet on my end. Okay, well, keep talking. You have to be turned on, you know. There needs to be a light switch that needs to go on. And Laura says we have squirrel brain. I know, it's like, oh, squirrel, oh, I know. I'm kind of like that sometimes too. It's like so funny. I'm like, oh yeah, I was talking about that, and then all of a sudden they like, bam. But let me tell you this too, okay? I've noticed this a lot, and I think I actually brought this up last week. When you're typing out or you're writing something or you're texting your friend and all of a sudden there's a misspelled word or something that you think is not right, I want you to take that misspelled word and I want you to Google it. I want you to look it up. because I feel like those things are almost like very important right now. Those are the signs that we see that we don't recognize. Because this week it was so funny because I was typing a friend and words get changed on me all the time now. And I'm like, that's not even close to what I was typing or saying. But I look it up and it actually has meaning. So this is happening more and more. So you don't think you're illiterate if you're misspelling things. It was meant to be that way. You know what I mean? So, and it was so funny because when I was writing out some of the chakras the other day, instead of sacral, they wrote scared. And I go, oh, that's where they're holding it all. Okay, let's release that. Let's push that through. You know what I mean? Laura, right. The angels always do find a way to communicate. And they're doing that through our phones. They're doing that with our communication. Because what do we walk around with all the time? Right? We always have our phone, we have our computers. And now that we're spending so much time at home, right? We're doing it even more. My screen time that my phone tells me, I'm like, oh my God, I was on my phone that long. What the hell was I doing? You know, it's taking a lot of our time. So it's like, but the messages will come through. We just have to pay attention to them. So even the misspelled words, they want you to look them up just so that it gives you information. And sometimes these misspelled words lead me down this science rabbit hole that I hadn't been down to give me more clarity. You know what I mean? They're going to give you what you need when you need it, you know, and all of a sudden, you know, it's so funny. I'll be talking to somebody and then all of a sudden what we would be talking about would flow in front of me, or information. I was out looking for something else. And then all of a sudden that information is attached somehow to that other information, you know? So, and it's so funny. And it's funny because I'm going to say this because like with the communication and stuff that's going on right now, I called into Laura's show. I didn't call in now, she's on TV, but it was a couple weeks ago. And she told me that I was going to get messages even from Sidewalk Chalk, right? And Laura can validate this because she's out there right now, that I was going to get messages from Sidewalk Chalk. And you guys, I have to share this. My brother sent me this today. Can you guys see that? That's written in Sidewalk Chalk. Okay, it's a smiley face, be happy. And the last one says, choose love. Choose love. Okay, so it's the messages are going to come in every which way. Okay, which is really just amazing. Okay, because the things that are taking place right now, the messages are coming through. Okay, and you know, and my brother's all the way out in Arizona that sent me this stuff. I have 3 brothers, 2 in Florida and 1 in Arizona, and that's the Arizona one that sent me that. So thank you, Jimmy. So it's like the messages are coming, and he didn't know I got that message a couple weeks ago. He has no idea. He doesn't follow me. I don't think he's following me. I don't know. He might be. But I don't know if he is. But, you know, he's not, he didn't know that I got that message. So that message was very significant. And it was funny because when Laura had given me that message back a couple weeks ago, I had just bought Sidewalk Chalk. And for Christopher and I to play outside because it was getting ready to spring break and we had to have some things to do around the house, you know, so why not draw on the sidewalk or the driveway? And I drew out there also. I didn't take a picture of that yet, but I probably will. But a couple of days ago, I drew a big sun. I drew a big heart. And there was, I think Christopher drew some kind of planet or something. And I wrote the word love. No guess, right? Love. So I want people to see that as they're walking by and feeling that love vibration just by seeing it. So not only do we do it by what we say and what they see, right? Because now we're seeing more things, right? Maybe that's why I'm talking about the third eye. So not only do you just see it more with your third eye, but you recognize it more with your own pair of eyes. Woo! Amanda says, I have 15 rolls in my normal single purchase. Woo! Look at you go, girlfriend. I love you. That's how I do it, too. I buy the big rolls, but I would do it once a month. I have 4 people in my house. And the angels always find a way to communicate. Yes, they do. And Goldylocks says, love that. Yes. We love all of this, right? Because the signs and the symbols are there. Even when I am still out driving, when I do get out, the numbers still pop to me, right? It's just like when we were doing the show, and now when I just looked at the show, it's 147. And 47 is very significant for me, has been for years. So that's just more validation for me. But even when we started this show, when it got to 111, I saw that too. I just didn't say it to y'all, but it was there. It was there. So it's like there's all these signs and symbols that are coming up for you, and you need to pay attention and you need to choose wisely. It's like what I wrote today. If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, they want you to create. They want you to create. That it's time for you to create what it is you want to have in your life, and create out of love, right? Because you want to create happiness. You don't want to create more crap. We've already had that. Look at the last whatever years you are now, and let's not create that. We're creating new. It's like this new door is opening in front of us. And a lot of us have options through those doors. What are we going to create through those doors? It's time to create joy and happiness. Now is your time. Now is your time. That's fantastic. You guys just like listening to me talk, I think. I have to tell you that they're very happy to let me actually just talk this whole time, because it's very important that they allow this energy and this flow to just flow through me. No restrictions, and you guys are all being connected and being a part of that. And it's just like, woo, the energy is just flowing through me and loving, woo, 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 woo. So the energy is so important right now to keep that vibration high. And I guess I'm able to keep that vibration high just by talking. You know what I mean? So no worries. Just keep your vibrations high. Remember what you're thinking about. Remember what you're talking about. Remember the information that you're sharing out there. Is it love? Is it negativity? I want you guys only to share love. It's very important that we come into that love vibration. So really start standing and being in that love vibration. You guys have got this. You have got this. Amy says, I had it happen when I was doing voice to text recently. A word showed up that sounded nothing like what I said. I was so confused. Well, I hope you look that word up, because it's very important that you look that word up. It's probably very significant to what was happening in the moment, possibly, because I was like, every time that it does it, it goes along with what I might have been talking about, or it gives me more information of what I was just thinking. It's amazing how this stuff is falling together. It's just amazing. You can't make this stuff up either. Jules, is the Phoenix area a good fit for me to move to? Thank you. I like Phoenix. My brother lives out that way. Let me tap in for you, Jules. Is Phoenix a good fit? Jules. Jules, I'm getting that you haven't quite made up your mind yet, if that would be a good place for you. And it's so funny, because when I just said that, did you feel the pressure in your ears? There was something you needed to listen to for that. I'm not sure. I confirm if you felt that. But it's like, I'm not sure you've made up your mind yet. I feel like you're kind of like on this little fence you have going on. I'm getting you need to sit with it a little bit longer, feel it out a little bit longer. But I feel like you are going to move very soon. I don't feel like it's in our immediate future, but in the next couple months, I feel like things will pick up, and then you're going to know exactly where you want to go. So I feel like there's going to be like, see, they show me movement, but I feel like it's going to start here first to create what it is that you're looking for. Woo-woo. I feel like you're going to move, and I feel like you're visualizing it too, Jules, because, I feel like we're doing a lot of work on this third eye stuff today. So I feel like you need to envision what it looks like for you, because I feel like that's going to make it a lot easier for you, because they keep wanting me to tap my third eye. You know what I mean? It's like, I hope that was full, Jules. They keep tapping it. I don't know what's going on there. I'm hitting you guys' reset button. Reset. It's kind of, okay, sounds good. Thank you. You're welcome, Jules. I'm glad that was helpful for you. Because I feel like we all need to be doing that right now. It's like we need to be like, what is it we're creating? Are we standing in that love vibration? What are we creating out of love, right? Because we still get caught up in the human stuff, right? Because we're still human, right? We're still separated. We're still kind of in that separation. We're not as separated as you think we are, though, because we're starting to be more spiritually aware and letting the human have the back seat and letting the spirit have the front seat. And that's going to help us along the road here. That's why tapping in here is going to be so important. And as you tap in here more, it leads you down the right road, because you're like, all right, what should I do about that decision? How does that make me feel? And then they want you to, really tap in and see how that makes you feel, because I feel like that's important. okay? I feel like this is going to be a lot of growth that's happening this year. We're letting go of all the old stuff, right? We're still purging. We can look at this as the Great Awakening and getting rid of all of our old crap, right? We could call this the Great Purge. We're getting rid of all the things that no longer serve us, people, places, things, financial stability, whatever it is that needs to change so that we're better. This is all happening now, and we're all part of this change. We are all a part of this change. You have to remember that. Each one of us, bing, 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 bing. Remember the little lights I see all over the United States and all over the world? Bing, 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 bing. The more we light up, the more we raise that vibration. So keep raising that vibration. I feel like that's very important. I keep saying that. Keep doing things to raise your vibration. Woo-hoo. It's important. Important. Whew. Wow. Okay. Amanda says, I really appreciate you doing this and continue doing this. Well, thank you, Amanda. I appreciate you for tapping back in. And as long as my guides keep telling me to do this, I am going to continue to do this. Because whatever I have to say, whatever vibration that I'm sharing with you all is very important to this change. I still don't understand it all. I mean, each day I learn more about myself, more about my spiritual self, more about my energetic self. The more I learn about the energetic world, the more I learn, the more knowledge is never ending. Okay. This is so weird. You guys are draining my battery this week. I'm almost dead. So if I just disappear, that'll be it. But I don't know. I'm not running after my cord. We still have a few minutes. But it's like there's so much going on right now that I'm going to continue to do this as long as the information is valuable and is helpful to everybody and helpful to changing humanity, because that's what I know what I'm here to do. I'm here to be of service. I don't always know how I am of service. Yes, I give readings and I do other things, but that's not all I do. Energetically, I do so much more. So it's like, woo, So yeah, I know the energy is very high lately. Batteries are draining faster. Yes, they are. Because my batteries never drain during this show, and I started from a full battery. So yeah, see, Amanda says her phone is draining like crazy too. So the energy is being sucked out. Not sure why. Maybe we'll fix some of the power grids or our little battery packs so they can contain the energy longer, or I don't know what we need to do for that. Or maybe we just need to plug in more often. Maybe just like we do, we need to plug in to recharge, right? So plug in with the sun. That's our recharger. That's our energy source right there, right? Is our sun. So tap into our sun, grab into our sun, sit in it for at least 5 minutes a day. You can still have a hat on and still get the benefits of being in the sun. Just feel it penetrate you. I've been doing this every day lately since I got my sunburn a couple weeks ago. But now I just sit out there long enough. I feel it penetrating my body. I feel it energizing my soul. I feel it energizing my body. And I feel it releasing and healing things that need to be released. So, yay. Linnell says, love hearing your words. They ring so true. Thanks for your volume. Woo! I am pretty loud today, too, I feel. I feel like I've been louder than I have been lately. I'm like, woo! You guys need to feel that. I guess it's in my voice, too, because they're like putting it out there like that. Amanda says, I was going to say we probably need to unplug from technology and recharge with nature for a few minutes. Yes, it's very important to get outside and ground. Leave your electronics inside. And every time I do that, there's something I need to take a picture of, and they want me to come back inside and get it, whether it's the sun or the sunflower. I have a sunflower growing in my front yard. My landlords haven't been here in a while to mow. I have sunflowers growing. I'm like, just let them grow. I don't care. But it's like now it's time to get outside and ground a little bit, right? Because your higher self needs that grounding, right? Because your first three, these chakras up top might be woo, but your earth chakras are still feeling icky. So if you're out there, you're grounding that all into the ground. So get out there barefooted. I know up north it's a little cold. Put your boots on or whatever. It'll still work the same, but us in Florida, we can touch the ground right now. So allow that energy to flow through you and around you, and spread that love vibration into Mother Earth and everybody else, and just have fun with it. And energy, you can do a lot of stuff with it now. I want you to get creative with your energy. I want you to like build it up in your hands if you want to. Give it to a flower. Build it up in your hands or your heart if you want to. Blow it out to the world if you want to. I feel like there's going to be a lot of explosion and love being flown around. So I'm excited to see what you guys do with all that love vibration this week. And don't forget, I'm going to say this again. If you guys tune in next week, that's going to be my year anniversary with Goldylocks, and you guys would be Angelic